Welcome to a Daytona 500 results episode of the TF Motorsports podcast. I'm Thomas Frasco. We're also going to go over Monster Jam, but the main focus here is Daytona. And Supercross had a off week, so we get to skip them for this week. Let's go ahead and let's talk about the Daytona 500. Really, really good racing this time. 3 wide. And they surprisingly held their line. They had few cautions this time. Had a few issues with the 500 though. First was the finish. I don't mind who wins. I just saying the way how it finished. I think they should have went for another restart. Either the usual green and white checker thing, or if they could somehow squeeze out a one lap shootout like how some dirt tracks do. Honestly, I wouldn't mind that. Because with the way how that happened, it just, it didn't really rub me the right way. And then the other thing was Wendy's as an advertisement. Now, the advertisements were pretty frequent, but holy crap, Wendy's. There was a certain portion of the race where there was 3 different Wendy's segments / commercials back to back to back. Lasting, 3-5 minutes? That's a large chunk of the time. I've never seen a quick ad break like that before. That was not quick. I know it was side by side, but jeez. Anyway, let's go ahead and let's talk about the full finish. So, Stage 1 was won by Chase Elliott. Stage 2 was won by Ryan Blaney. And then the final results... William Byron wins the Daytona 500. Second place was his teammate Alex Bowman in the 48. Top 3, rounding that out, was Christopher Bell in the 20. Corey LaJoie in 4th. Bubba Wallace 5th, running up to top 5. 6th was AJ Allmendinger. 7th was John Nemechek. 8th was Eric Jones, his teammate. Noah Gregson in 9th. And 10th was Chase Briscoe. That rounds up to top 10. 11th was Kyle Larson. And then Kyle Busch, one of the big favorites of the race, finished 12th. Zane Smith, 13th. Chase Elliott got 14th. Martin Truex Jr., 15th. Daniel Hemrick, 16th. 7th was Ty Gibbs. Chris Buescher from Prosper, Texas, with a population of 30,000. He finished 18th. Denny Hamlin, 19th. David Reagan, 20th. Ross Chastain, 21st. Austin Cindric, 22nd. Ryan Preece, 23rd. Riley Herbst, 24th. Josh Berry got 25th. Justin Haley got 26th. Anthony Alfredo got 27th. Jimmy Johnson had bad luck all day long, but he's actually the last driver to pretty much be finishing the race while running. Last one to finish it on the lead lap was David Reagan in 20th. Everybody else was several laps down, Jimmy Johnson being the worst of it, because on that early accident around lap 6, he got caught up, got nose damage, and he just never recovered. Everybody else ended their race with accidents. With the big one, I believe most of these drivers are from that. Tyler Reddick, 29th. Ryan Blaney, 30th, who had a really rough speed week. Ricky Stenhouse Jr., the defending 500 champion, got wrecked in that event. Joey Logano had the fastest car all day long, but that wreck took him out. And Brad Keselowski also got taken out in that. Daniel Suarez also taken out. He got 34th. Todd Gilliland, 35th. Michael McDowell, 36th. Austin Dillon, 37th. 38th was Kaz Grella. 39th was Harrison Burton. And 40th was Carson Hocevar. So, pretty interesting, too, that they, even when they rescheduled the race, it still felt like the 500 on a Monday. I was listening it to the first half I was listening it through my work, and then the second half I was listening or watching on Fox, and yeah, definitely was. It still felt like a 500. But there was some positives with Fox. Mike Joy, he did really well with calling crashes, especially the opening wreck that had Harrison Burton and Carson Hocevar get collected with a few other cars as well. So he called that very, very well. So props to Mike. And yeah, so hopefully we get some really good racing at Atlanta. All right, so moving on from NASCAR, we're going to go to Monster Jam. So we have Monster Jam's East Tour at Minneapolis last week. It was pretty much the Tyler Menega show, with the exception of racing. Racing was dominated by two different drivers, and then skills, freestyle, overall, all Tyler Menega. So first, let's take a look at the Saturday evening show. We have Tristan England in the JCB Digatron winning over Cole Vennard in the Black Pearl. Skills, Tyler Menega over Tristan England and Todd LeDuc. Freestyle, Tyler Menega. And let's just talk about this. Is Tyler Menega even human? Can we just ask this question? Is Tyler Menega even human? Because what he did on that night, I've never seen anything like that in my life. He was on the ragged edge. He was going for his save. He managed to kick the truck up on one tire and then put it into a nose wheelie. And he turned it 180 degrees. I don't understand how he, come on, man. There's no stopping Tyler Menega at this point. So, yeah. He won over Lindsey Reed and Lucas Stabilizer and Colton Eichelberger and Max D. He would win the overall event championship by 3 points over Tristan England. Then the Sunday show, John Gordon and Bad Company defeated Bryce Kenny and the Great Clips Mohawk Warrior. Then it was another Gravedigger domination for the rest of that show, with Tyler winning skills and freestyle on that night. Overall as well. This time a bigger lead over Tristan England, who also got second place that night. Tyler got 31 points, but Tristan got 26. So there was definitely a bigger gap on that night. And going into points, he is leading by 14 still. Even though he's got that domination, Tristan still has been pretty consistent. He's only 14 points ahead over Tristan England and JCB Digatron. Colton Eichelberger and Max D doing pretty well. He's actually top 3. Right behind, though, is Todd LeDuc in 4th with 279 points. And Bryce Kenny and the Great Clips Mohawk Warrior rounding up the top 5. John Gordon 6th. Cole Vennard. Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention. Cole Vennard on the Saturday show got injured with a failed reverse backflip attempt. He landed... I think he hurt something in his wrist or his arm or something. I forgot what it was, but again, hope Cole Vennard has a nice recovery, because yeah, that's crazy that's the third injury this season. Honestly, I'm kind of I've never seen that many in one season, but hopefully they add a rule or something with the reverse backflips, or just backflips in general. So Mike Pegleruo had a drive on the Sunday show. He did pretty well. So they're 7th. Ryan Disharoon and Shakers 8th. Lindsey Reed is 9th. Jamie Gardner, El Toro Loco, he's 10th. Matt Pegleruo and Jester is 11th. And Nick Pegleruo and Kraken is last. Alright, so... And if you wanted to hear me talk about Monster Jam's trucks and what they should do to prevent more injuries... there was that extra, I don't know if I said it on the extra or I said it on the initial announcement that Tom Meents was injured, but you'll find it there. So this time we have different winners, but same overall event champions. For the West Tour at Anaheim, California, Ryan Anderson would win both racing competitions of the weekend. Also beating the same person, Cannon Murphy and Bakugan Dragonoid, again, at Anaheim. Jeez, I would not be surprised if Anaheim got a World Finals or something. Because even with all those shows, they managed to have a really good crowd. I'm surprised. Ryan Anderson would win the skills competition that night over David Alford and Velociraptor and Barry Musauer and Zombie. Freestyle was won by Cannon Murphy and Bakugan Dragonoid, with Ryan Anderson second and Chris Kohler and Monster Mutt in third. Ryan Anderson would win overall over David Alford and Barry Musauer. Show 2. So Ryan won racing. Skills was actually Adam Anderson and Gravedigger, getting Ryan Anderson and David Alford. And freestyle, I don't know if it was show 1 or I think it was show 1 that had the controversial shutdown of Adam Anderson and Gravedigger. And if you want to see exactly what that was, watch one of the newer videos from Full Boogie Tilt. Again, he has really, really good content. So freestyle, Joe Foley. I think we need to petition Joe Foley to be in the Monster Jam World Finals at this point. He's actually getting quite a few freestyle wins this season. And on one of the most competitive stadium tours too, so yeah, I'll be surprised if he's not there. Ryan Anderson got second, and Corey Romo got third. And Ryan Anderson would once again get the overall event championship, this time over Adam Anderson and David Alford. Points. Ryan Anderson is leading by 54 points over Adam Anderson. Third is Cannon Murphy. Fourth is Barry Musauer. Fifth, Corey Rommel. Sixth, Colt Stevens. Seventh is David Alford. Eighth is Joe Foley. Ninth, Caleb Blood. 10th, Chris Kohler. 11th, Mike Christensen. 12th, Jim Kohler. Also breaking news. This weekend, their tour is going to be in Detroit, Michigan, home of Team Scream. Jim Kohler will have a special paint for the football team there. And Chris Kohler switching out Monster Mutt for a returning Northern Nightmare for the first time since 2019. 2019, I believe, was the last year that Northern Nightmare was run. It was run by Cam McQueen, who originally started that truck, and on that first year in 2012 won a Freestyle World Championship at Sam Boyd. So, great to see that truck back. Hopefully, Chris Kohler can throw it down and get some memories in that body. Alright, now, Arena Tours. Arena Series Central. Guess who's first? Weston Anderson. Weston dominating by 179 points over Fernando Martinez. Yeah, consider him in the World Finals. Weston Anderson, then Fernando Martinez, Brandon Mahan third, Brandon Telechka fourth, Jamie Sullivan back, she's fifth, Alex Barden sixth, Michaela Telechka seventh, and Frank Kreml is last. Arena Series East. Kristen Anderson still leads, however, she's only 21 points ahead of Armando Castro and El Toro Loco. Zach Garner made up some spots. He's now third in Wildside over Cody Saucier in Dragon. Chad Tingler, fifth. Mark Hall, sixth. And Angelina Knock in seventh. And Kurt Kramer last. Last tour. Arena Series West. Another tour dominated, this time by Brandon Vinson, and Matt Cody actually was driving that night. I don't know why Brandon Vinson's out. I don't know if maybe he's got like family stuff going on, or like he's sick or something. I don't know. I haven't been told anything, but hopefully I get an answer at some point. If you guys know what like where Brandon Vinson is and why he's not here, just put a comment down. Because I haven't seen any posts about why Matt Cody's filling in for him, but still, Matt Cody's doing a hell of a job. Team Gravedigger still ahead by 117 points over Tony Oaks and Thunder Roars. Dalton Winder and Jurassic Attack is third. Again, I think Monster Jam should bring back the Double Down Showdown because there's a lot of talented drivers who can easily make the main field. Come on now, there's a lot of good ones. Ashley Sanford and Megalodon. MJ's fourth, then Ashley is fifth. James Calhoun Earthshaker is sixth. Berto and Mashamat Rottweiler seventh, and Devin Winfield is last in his Velociraptor. All right, so, and again, I've been getting texts and so many texts about Monster Jam Crash Course. At some point, I'm gonna have to do another, but this time a full dedicated episode of the podcast to that, because two things. One, obviously I'm getting texts from all you guys. And second of all, I see them posting this almost every day, like 2 or 3 times a day. So yeah, at some point I'm gonna have to fully talk about it, but not just I'm not gonna be by myself as I was before with a brief segment. I'm gonna have to talk and maybe collab with 2 or 3 other people. I'm currently talking to some people, and hopefully we can get that either tomorrow or somewhere down the line, because I know that's a hot topic. So, yep, that's what's going on with the podcast. We'll see you next time, either as an extra if we get to it, or if not, then we'll just have a regular episode next Saturday. Take care.